Hello.
Hi.
Neon White.
Neon White.
A lot of people talking about this game.
Are they?
Oh, yeah.
Nice. It's
people
fun.
People are digging it. I've seen people say that, like, they liked it, the vibes when they started, and then they liked it even more when they got into it. And
yeah.
So we're kind of on those opposite sides. We're like, I've started it for like 45 minutes and got the first set of levels, but
9 hours in, eight or 9 hours in. I've done the first 4 missions, which is groups of 10. So I'm 40 missions.
Oh, okay, got it.
40 missions into it.
Yeah. And Ben Esposito.
My buddy Ben Esposito.
Which was Donut County the last thing?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so that's pretty different.
Yeah, V-diff. Yeah, and I was actually surprised by some of the writing because it's like, it's definitely aiming for a certain kind of vibe, like, and it hits that vibe. Some of the writing is like surprisingly sexual, which I didn't expect. Because Ben is such like a nice, normal, just, I don't know, he's a nice guy. Not to say, that was weird. That came off weird.
A real creep.
No, he's a great dude. I love him.
Got a real creep on his team.
But
write this text.
No. I was just surprised. I don't know.
Sure, yeah.
You don't expect it. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's quite different. And it's funny because it's like one of those things where, like, yeah, it can hit on like different levels, right?
Yeah,
it's like you can totally not like any of that and then still like the game.
I love the gameplay.
Yeah.
And the interstitials between chapters, between days are so good. It feels like straight out of an anime from the late 90s, early 2000s. It's like, 8 days remaining, and it's just, the music is it's like perfect for the vibes.
Yeah.
But yeah, the gameplay is incredible.
So basically it's first person.
Yeah.
You are a neon.
Yeah.
Which is basically a sinner who got into heaven to compete in killing demons.
To get
very fast.
To get like heaven privileges, like you get to stay there, but only kinda. You don't actually get to be there, but you get. It's really
Heaven's
fun.
got real snobby country club vibes.
Yeah. I mean,
sure.
I haven't gotten to the end yet, but I don't know. Maybe there's more to it than meets the eye. I'm kind of suspecting that maybe everything isn't what it seems.
You do have amnesia, so like you're just taking everybody's word for it.
Classic trope, but they even reference that it's a classic trope in the game. So, but basically, you're running. And you pick up cards, and the cards are your abilities. And each card, so far for me, they're guns. They're all guns. And they have an R2, RT, whatever, right trigger ability that's just shooting. And they shoot different ways, like a machine gun or a rifle or a pistol or whatever. And then they have a discard ability, which is a jump, a bomb that'll also jump you, a stomp down, various things, a dash. And you use combinations of these cards along with using good lines, as they would say in speedrunning, good paths, to try to get your times as fast as possible. To unlock the next mission, you have to have a certain number of rank or a certain rank.
Yeah, that's why I ran into, because I just got to the hub and it was like looking around at that stuff.
Yeah, so after your first set of...
telling me I'm not good enough.
Right, after your first set of tutorial missions, you get to the hub, which is fun, and there's more conversation and dialogue in this game than you expect going in, and you give gifts like Persona or whatever.
Yeah, you actually have a diary with like your relationship markers.
Yeah, which is cute.
And you have to go back into the levels and look for gifts.
Yeah, so the kind of gameplay loop is you go through the first time the tutorial, I just went through all 10 levels at once. Now I try to ace every level as I'm going. I've currently aced every level of the first 40, and then so what that'll do is you have insight ranks, and as that gets higher, you get more information about the level, which I think is very, very cool and smart. So after you hit insight rank 3, which you hit automatically with a gold medal, or if you just keep trying, this is such good design. If you keep trying, you get insight drip fed to you. So eventually you'll still unlock rank 3 insight. You won't get the medal, but you'll still get the insight. And rank 3 insight gives you a level hint. So it's one hint on the level, at least so far, that's like a little golden hand, and it's like, hey,
that's the one that shows the path.
Try going this way, it's faster. And so that's really, really cool, because that's what speedrunners do. They look at levels in games and think of ways to go faster. And that the game has that built into it, which I think is just super neat. So it's really, really satisfying. It controls really well. I've been playing it on a Steam Deck, and it works fantastically well, even on controller. I've played it on an Xbox controller as well. I know a lot of people play mouse and keyboard with this, which I imagine is probably the fastest way and most accurate way to play this.
Sure. I don't know about most accurate, but yeah. I've been playing
I
controller as well.
mouse aiming is really good, but I mean, it depends on what you're good at. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, you get so good at running, jumping, shooting, dashing, doing everything at once, and
there's a lot of these precise jump to this thing to get your next double jump.
Yeah.
And just spikes everywhere.
Exactly. And it's fun because I'm not the kind of person who usually cares about getting the top unlock or medal or whatever. I'm not the kind of person that I get bored of that pretty fast. This game, the levels are short enough. They restart nearly instantly, and I don't know. There's just something about it that I'm just thirsting for these aces, And apparently there might be red aces above that.
There's a lot of other characters thirsting too.
Oh God, they're so thirsty. Everyone in this game, so thirsty. Which again surprised me.
And to quench that thirst, there's a cat running a bar.
Yeah.
It only gives you water.
Which can serve only water because you don't actually have heaven privileges. Which is pretty good. That's pretty good stuff. It's a really interesting and unique game. It kind of takes the lineage of Mirror's Edge or various other first-person platformer games and just perfects it.
Yeah. Mirror's Edge is a good example for sure.
Yeah. It stylistically is really very unique and cool. Again, it has that kind of 1999 anime vibe to it, sort of. It feels a lot like Paradise.
With Steve Bloom.
What?
With Steve Bloom.
Yeah, he's in there. Spike Spiegel. It really feels like Paradise Killer to me, vibe wise. Yeah. I don't think Ben worked on that, but I don't know. But it has that kind of vibe. It's like late 90s anime vaporwave kind of, sort of. But anyway, the gameplay is sterling. And that's what makes this game so special. Because, it could be dripping charm and panache, and if it didn't play as well as it did, And it's just a lot of fun.
Fast and unencumbered and finding, and just using the bombs on enemies and just one little mechanic after another and layering that stuff together.
And what's great about the hints and stuff is that it doesn't rob you of your own discovery. It'll give you one hint, but you'll still find 4 or 5 other faster things to do, faster ways to do a part. Nice. If I bomb these guys, I get all of them, and I can jump onto the blast of that, and it'll propel me over here, And you just came up with that, and then you shave 4 seconds off your time, and you're like, oh my God, it's awesome. It's so funny because we got this game a little early, 2 weeks early, and so I was playing it, and I would be 20th, in the global rankings. And I'm friends on Steam with Ben Esposito, and he would always be first. Right. And then the QA team were all in there, and I saw their community manager beat me on a couple, right? And I was like, okay, that makes sense. They're really good. Now I went back to look at some of the levels. I'm 26,000th.
Right.
And I've got ace. I'm how? What? And then someone in chat was there's a red ace that's even faster, and I was like, oh my God, I bet there is. And I'm some of these, I'm I don't know how I could have gone faster than that.
Right. Oh yeah.
It's incredible.
Always, for sure.
Yeah.
Because you'll get these, and I'm trying to think of a more recent example, but I remember doing this kind of stuff in Infamous and all that.
Oh yeah.
So just trying to grind across the power lines as fast as you can. And,
yeah.
Yeah.
It's a great combo of traversal and getting rid of enemies and stuff, and it just feels so cool when you're running over a thing, and then you turn around while jumping and ace a guy, and then just keep running the other way because it takes too long to go over there and shoot him, It's just I don't know. You feel super cool playing this game. It's good.
Very nice. Well, thank you for joining us, and we are Easy Allies. Check out more of our previews and impressions and reviews, and thank you for watching.